welcome back, everybody. Mark from Rams Up here. This is my Fearsome Four Keys to the Game, edition number 1 for the 2023 season, or at least the preseason. We're going to take a look at this preseason game between the Rams and the Chargers Saturday night at SoFi. Now, during the regular season, the focus of this will be my Fearsome Four Keys to the Game, the keys to a Rams victory. Did that all last year on the podcast. For the preseason games, going to take a slightly different tact. We're just going to talk about the things I want to see, not too concerned about the wins and losses in this preseason, but there are certainly things we hope to see from our Rams in these 3 games. What do we want to see in the Charger game? Consider this a viewer's guide for Ram fans. How about that? So what are the fearsome 4 things I want to see in this game? And you know what? I lied. I actually have 6 things. 6 things modified from what I shared on the pod a couple of nights ago. So here we go. The first thing I want to see, and probably the most important thing, is can someone please generate some pressure off the edge? The first question is who's going to play? Now we saw that depth chart, Byron Young and Michael Hoyt listed as the starters. In years past, that might have meant these guys aren't going to play. If it was Leonard Floyd and Justin Hollins, for example, they probably wouldn't play. But these 2 guys might, not sure about that. But whoever plays, whether it's those 2, Nick Hampton, Daniel Hardy, Keir Thomas, Zach Van Valkenburg, those guys are all going to play for sure. Can someone please generate some pressure off the edge? That's probably the biggest unknown for this team. Can we generate pressure off the edge? That's a big unknown and something I'd like to start seeing it. Real soon, because I haven't heard anything coming out of camp that would indicate that problem has been solved with all these guys we've brought in. What's the second thing I want to see? I'm really excited to see those 3 rooks on offense. I'm talking about Stetson Bennett, Puka Nacua, and Zach Evans. Now, what I'm thinking is we're going to see Bennett and Nacua lighten it up a little bit, hopefully. Zach Evans may not be out there with them. Maybe he will, but at some point he's going to carry the rock, because I don't think Cam Akers isn't going to play for sure. Maybe Kyren Williams, but I suspect he won't play either. Could be a lot of Zach Evans and the other guys, Ronnie Rivers, Royce Freeman, of course. But I'm expecting Zach Evans to get the bulk of the carries, and I want to see what he can do. See if he is the answer as far as running back depth goes. He could be really, really good, or maybe not so much. I'd like to start finding out Saturday night against the Chargers. What's the third thing I want to see? The fearsome third thing I want to see in this game? Well, we have a lot of safeties on this roster that I had high hopes for. Then the Rams brought in John Johnson. I still want to see what these 3 undrafted rookies can do and what their drafted rookie Jason Taylor can do. I think Richard LeCounte's going to get a lot of playing time along with Taylor and Tanner Engel, Rashad Torrance, Quindell Johnson, and I'm excited to see, hopefully one of them will step up and pressure for a backup job or some playing time, hopefully make the roster period, I guess. So I'm excited to see what all these young safeties can do. What's the 4th thing I want to see? Kind of like the issue with the pressure off the edge, I have concerns about our defensive line and their ability to stop the run. We're a little light up there. Kobe Turner listed as a nose tackle, battling for the starting job with Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown and Kobe Turner, will they even play? I don't know. Will Marquise Copeland play? Not sure. Aaron Donald won't, of course. Will Jonah Williams play? Probably. And there's some other guys, Teron Vincent, Ernest Brown. It's going to be probably a mixed bag of who plays out there, not necessarily going by the depth chart. But I don't care whoever's out there. Let's set the tone of being a defense that can still stop the run. We've done pretty good in that regard in years past. And I just have some concerns whether we're still going to be that kind of defense. And it starts Saturday night preseason game or not. Let's stop the run, whoever's out there. The fifth thing I want to see, I feel pretty good about our offensive line. I saw the depth chart, and there's still some questions about who's starting at left tackle and at center. Apparently, Tremaine Ankrum settled in at right guard. He could get bumped by Coleman Shelton, though, if Brian Allen beats him out, and so on and so on. But I feel pretty good about the personnel we have. There's one guy that I really want to see, and that's Logan Bruss. I suspect he will get a lot of snaps at right tackle, backing up Rob Havenstein now. That's his full-time job. I don't know if he's earned a spot on the roster. Yeah, he'll end up on the roster for sure, right? A third-round pick. But does he play well? Is he a good player? We have no idea at this point. So let's keep a close eye on Logan Bruss. For better or worse, we have to find out what kind of player he is. That's the bottom line. And the last thing I want to see, fearsome thing number 6 I want to see, we have 3 rookies on our special team squad, the punter, the kicker, the long snapper. I hope we can get through the preseason and this opening game without any major snafus. How about no snafus at all? Some good snaps, some solid punts, no missed field goals, at least mid-range field goals that we expect these Tanner Brown to make. Let's just see efficient, error-free special teams play from these 3 guys. So when we get to that opener against Seattle, we won't be stressing quite as much as we would be otherwise if these guys struggle. That's a big ask, 3 rookies under the lights at SoFi Stadium for the first time, and we're hoping that they show us something and that we have 3 solid rookies that are going to get us through this season. You know, we're kind of spoiled by the guys we've had in the past, Greg Zuerlein, Matt Gay, Johnny Hecker, and so on. 3 rookies, high hopes. Let's just hope there's no big mistakes and we can get through this game and the other 3 games with increased confidence in how these guys can perform. Hey, let me know in the comments if there's something you want to see that I may have missed. Anything to add? Love to hear from you. We're going to come back after the game with a recap, and we'll see if we saw the things we hoped to see that we wanted to see in this preseason opener against the Chargers. Out here from Rams Up.